Inspection video for 411 Southeast 13th Avenue in Okeechobee, Florida. The yard looks pretty good. We need to do a soft wash on the house, on the roof at least, to get all this dander off and to get some of the greening that's on there. We have a stucco patch to do right here. I would recommend removing these window coverings. They're just starting to get old and deteriorate, and I don't really want to paint them and make them last any longer. They need to go. We got the paint starting to come off of the house. It's just been too long since it's been painted. We got a hose bib that needs to be replaced. We got fascia and soffit around the house that's different colors and is damaged. The fascia looks pretty good generally. It's just some places have been patched and need to be repaired. The soffit right here needs to be replaced. The trusses inside have deteriorated and no longer give structure for the soffit to hold on to. We've got about 4 inches of leaves inside of our exterior air handler, and we need to get those out for proper function. The only branch here that looks to be dead and of issue is this branch here. It's 15 feet off the ground and I can remove that no problem. The only other dead branch seems to be this tiny one up here off to the back of the house, and I don't see that being an issue. The rest of the branches look nice and healthy, all green, all doing well. We can trim some of this off of the back of the house, but no big deal. I'll do that when I'm up there soft washing. But you can see the fascia and soffit. Right here we got a weird light issue. I can leave this light and put a bulb in it and keep that as a junction box and just leave it the way it is, or I can turn this into a proper light and we can get rid of all of this, or I can turn this into a junction box and leave this light. It's all up to you guys. Again, along the back of the house, it's just paint starting to rub off from just being old. We need a new cover for our exhaust. Over here we have our electrical intake, and it's full of holes and is just not looking good. Needs to be painted, needs to be sealed. Where all our cable is coming in, I need to do something about that. It's looking pretty terrible. Again, the soffit, the fascia, exterior needs a good paint. When I'm out here pressure washing, I'll throw some degreaser down, try and get rid of some of these stains. And then coming into the house. Back here, this isn't how we do this nowadays, but it has a drain, it has water, everything appears to be fine. There's an exhaust for the dryer. We need this to be GFCI protected. Other than that, that looks fine. This looks great, looks brand new. I don't see any issues back here besides the GFCI that needs to be replaced. Walking into the kitchen, refrigerator seems to be working fine. This light was flickering. It is a 3-way light with a switch here and a switch behind the refrigerator. Something was loose and it was coming on and off, so I need to take apart these 2 switches and see what the issue is there. The range seems to work, the vent seems to work, it exhausts through the roof. The sink cannot be tested, the water is not on, but we do not have GFCI protection 6 feet away from the water source. This cabinet is loose. You can see it pulling away from the wall. So this needs to be re-secured to the wall. Our pantry is dirty. It's just dirty, it needs to be painted. Other than that, it's fine. We got our air handler room here. We have a vent on the door, which seems to be working. There's another vent in the bottom. I tested the walls and everything with my moisture meter to see if there was ever a leak in here or any issues after I saw this bucket, which seems to be to catch water coming out of there. If it does, everything is dry. There is no issues. The only issue in here is where the air handler meets the ducting where there's not a lot of insulation is got some mold growing. Either we can send an HVAC tech to come out, get rid of that, maybe paint on some new sealant there, make that look nice, or I can do that. Light in the hallway works, vanity. So the problem with the vanity is the sink. It looks fine, it holds water, everything, you know, it's functional, but it's just ugly and outdated. Same with this. It's a medicine cabinet. Functions, you know, it's a mirror, vanity light. Toilet looks good, no issue with the toilet. All of our towel racks and everything seem to be hanging on and doing pretty well. Again, just a little bit of paint inside. There's some touch up from things. It's not terrible, but it needs paint. I had moisture tested around here and inside of our linen closet to make sure that there was no leaks happening. Again, paint, but there appears to be no leaks and everything is dry. So other than that, the drain looks good and the shower seems to be good. This is the only door that I saw with any issues. A little bit of glue in here and an oil pen, and I should be able to make that look better without replacing the door. I also want to replace this GFCI in the bathroom. And then we go to the guest bedroom. Guest bedroom, you know, there's just a few things on the wall that just call for paint. I got to touch them up with drywall, and I got to remove all the curtain holders in both bedrooms and paint. This fan has got like 1 foot long blades, and it, to me, is just ugly. We can leave it, it's functional, but yeah, I think we can put in a better fan. This closet door works fine. The closet looks good. The only issue in the closet is this hook here is not attached to the wall well or the shelf above it, which will make the clothesline fall. Again, just rubbing, natural wear and tear. Then we go in here to the master. The master light cover is missing on this fan, and you know, I think we should put a new fan in here, update it a little bit, and you know, spend a little bit of money, get a lot of good looking returns. All the windows work in the house. The blinds in the bedrooms are fine and functional. Again, just stuff on the wall that needs to be touched up. And then over here, the carpet is pushing up the closet doors. As soon as I tried to open them, they're just dragging the whole way through. And this one, as soon as I tried to open it, popped right off. So either we can trim this or we can try and do something. The issue is they only put like 1 inch of blocking in the top of this to hold these things. So if I trim it, you know, there's no guarantee that it's going to be perfect. And, you know, it's an issue that we got to work with, and I got to figure out. The painting in here is just not good, and we need to make that look nice. The ceilings all look good in general. You know, they're popcorn ceilings with the little flecks of glass or whatever they got in there. It looks fine. We needed a new smoke detector. You know, there's a little bit of damage here and there. Just, you know, paint. And then we have the living room. The living room is bright green. Again, the door looks real chromy, both inside and out. Paint, and blinds are broken in the living room. The windows work, the blinds are broken. Those also don't work. Once you tilt them up, they tilt back down. And a little bit of paint will go a long way. This light seems to be working just fine. We just got to replace one bulb, and this fan looks good. I have no problem with that. This has no light coverings. It's just bulbs. I would like to see light coverings and a proper light fixture, but you guys let me know what you'd like me to do. I don't know if we need this anymore. or if I can just make that disappear.